Does that mean this is the stream up now? Is that it? Can you hear me? Should be able to. Yes. Okay. Right. Let's go. The stream's still up and whatnot, I believe, so... Hello. Welcome to... What's this? Hungary, innit? Round 8. Back on the podium last week, following the horrific that was Mexico, my supreme pace. We'll see how this one goes today. I haven't got... Well, I don't know, really. I don't know how confident I am. I mean, the setup I've got was nice. Only a short was a sprint race. Bloody hell, I'm tired. I'll say I'm tired. I mean, I've had a load of time to sleep, but... Here we are. I think it's at 15.0 in time trial. I think with a bit of work, I say a bit of work, I think realistically speaking, a high 0.8 is possible. But the lap I set was really nice. So I found another sort of 3/10 again. I sort of found I think 7/10 over my previous best from last time we did this race. So we'll see how we do. I haven't really checked the setup completely yet. I've just sort of borrowed one from Lemons. Lemons, if you're watching this, go away. You're not allowed to hear. You're not allowed to be here for this one. But here we are. Is it raining for the race? No. Right. It's not raining for the race. Let's load my setup again real quick so I can find it. Hungary. Yes. Okay. Those pressures will need to be turned down, I think. So let's see, take the qualifying here. Dry but overcast for quali. Dry conditions and cloudy. Is the race going to start to rain in the sprint? Not significantly enough, and I think the race again. We're already on quite high downforce around here, so it's not going to be as significant if there's a problem with the. No, it should be. It's going to be a dry finish, I think, as well. Okay, so it's a short quali, so I've got to do my 3. Logan, hello, Logan from Squeeze's. Squeeze's stream. Hello, thank you for joining me. So I don't know if I'm being doxed right now by Squeeze. It'd be quite funny if I am. Let's have a quick look here. Is he actually doxing me on a live stream or not? Don't actually know. Right.
Okay,
need to think about this.
On track. We should consider getting out there now.
So I think that's for the sprint race. I might need to keep some tyres, I think, available for sprint here. Let's have a think. So I'm out on track. Grant's out on softs. Lionett is on softs. Rage on intermediates, I'm assuming, just to have a bit of exploration time. So it's going to race roast. Everyone's already out then. So I think 3 runs is still the answer for this, at least in quali. It's going to knacker. It might reduce some of my race pace overall, but we'll just quickly check if everything's alright on the setup first, the car. Can't wait to be forcefully jammed with racing knowledge. That's fine, Logan. You're going to get all of that today. I'm assuming by that you've never seen Formula 1 before. I'll give you a bit of so this I league race, so this is basically like semi-professional. So it's yeah, everyone races properly, but not for money, kind of thing. So it's all like, yeah, semi-pro, and I'm just doing it like that. I've got a relatively big, expensive setup now, because I've been doing it for a few years, but I enjoy it. You know, it's hard work. It's exhausting. So the only assist I run is racing line, just to make sure I've got my braking points and stuff. But the rest of it's all to me to do. So this is the qualifying session right now. So it's international actually. So we got pieces. It's open to basically anybody who, if they're quick enough to be in this tier. So this is the fastest tier on this day in the league I'm in. This is sort of people who are like top 1-2% in the world, sort of where I am. in this game is top 1%. So it's sort of like top 2,000, 3,000 of players. And obviously this is just a select few of them doing this one. Okay, Rage serving his quali ban from last week. I think I should be out the way of the Aston behind, so... Yeah, I'm not going to be in his way, am I? No. I'll get a wiggle on though. Right. Oh, very nice accent. Thank you, I made it myself. Okay, Russ Rostocker goes fastest on a 15.5. That's a good lap. The point of this lap really is just to get a decent time on the board so I can work and try and improve on it over the next couple of laps really. Setup feels alright. Don't know how fast this is though. But .15.8. So about 3/10 off where I need to be for pole at the moment, but there's some time in that lap. I'm happy with that. Don't want to wear these tyres out too much. They've done their job now. So they've done what they needed to do. Just get me a decent lap on the board so I can work on it and improve. I said I know Rostocker guys in front of me are already quick around here. They're all quite handy, so good to see we got some competition. So over the next 12 minutes, this will set the grid for the sprint race, which is a little race, and then that then sets the grid for the main race, which is about 3/4 of an hour.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
So I don't want to wear those tyres out. I might need these at some point. Late race safety car in the sprint or even the main race, but not going to get any. I'm not going to get any quicker out of these now. There's no point. Yeah, it makes enough sense. I mean, we run basically by the same rules that do on actual Formula 1.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
So it isn't too difficult, but practice the pit entry here, make sure I'm not speeding. No, it's fine. So yeah, no, thanks for joining, Logan. I'd Squeeze actually joined this one last week when he finished off his stream, so appreciate the hello. Obviously, you feel free to stick around. I'll try my best to interact with you when I can and stuff. But no, thank you for joining. Take a little bit of fuel off here. So let's see where I need to improve lots. So it's the middle sector mainly, sort of pretty good in the first. My middle sort of 4/10 off where I need to be here. So this is this purple here indicates the fastest lap we've seen, and that's.
1:15.8.
So the guy who's just gone fast is here. He was really quick in time trial. We fit up. I mean, we'll see how he's doing. No, that's fine. I said, I mean, if you have any questions, just put it in the chat and I'll try my best to answer while I'm driving along. But what we've got here, you can see, is this is the fastest lap, and he's basically half a second faster than everybody else at the moment, which is a lot, especially with a grid like this close. So it does raise a couple of red flags, but we'll see. All this setup you see in front of you is basically the way I adjust the car and before the weekend to try and get it to work how I want it to throughout the race. But now I've done a lap on it, it's locked in terms of what I can do to it, apart from a couple of things. to manage temperatures or the grip really throughout the lap. I said if I can gain sort of 3/10, I think I'll be happy if I can get onto the first sort of 2 rows for the race, well, the sprint race at least.
We're 17th in the speed
quite
trap,
slow in the speed trap at the moment though.
187.0 miles per hour.
That's
Everyone
okay.
ready? Okay, let's go.
I can't really see all I see in the end is it's all touch the suspension and then that's the end of that message, so I can't really see a lot of it because it comes up on like a little window on my screen. But there's this Ferrari on a lap here, let's have a look. Is the DRS open, is it Trouser or is it Grim? Grim Sleeper. He's just finished his lap, so he won't be in my way then. So basically what I could do now on this warm-up lap is get the tyres into a nice temperature window, basically where they're green, just warm them up without wearing them out too much, and then keep them there for the duration of the lap. You know, just to sort of get enough temperature in the car so it's at the optimal pace. And basically what qualifying is, the car won't be any faster than this. It's got to be able to be as light as possible, as powerful as possible, just for one lap. But obviously I'm just doing my warm-up lap here to get some temperature in the tyres so they can, you know, react how I want them to. The track has warmed up slightly because the weather's got a bit better, so that does play into its effect, and I'm running at quite high tyre pressures for quali, so I need to take them down before the race.
So their best lap time is a 1:15.8.
So 0.8 for Lionator in front of me here, and my teammate actually P6 right now. I don't know if he's binned it or not. There he is on track. Let's see how we do here. Much better start. Feel the car squirming through the wheel, through those sprint braking zones there, but 10th up in the first. Be a bit more committed here, that's nice. Down to the fast right, keep it in 5th on the exit just to keep the wheels from spinning up too much. Good exit again. 3rd here, clip both the curbs, short shift to 4th, flat out. Keep it in 4th here, just to help the car engine brake. McLaren gets out of the way there, thankfully. Half a second up now, this is much better. Try a little bit more later on the brakes. That's much nicer lap, 15.2, so that's much closer to flying away. That's a lovely lap there. Hey Squeeze, thank you for joining the chat. Yeah, Logan, I do some commentary as well, actually, to be fair. I do commentate some of the race if I'm not racing them, but normally I've got a friend in here who sort of does it with me, sort of like races in the same channel, so racing the same thing, and we talk together, but he's not racing tonight. Just got to make sure I stay out of the way of this McLaren here, just stay out of the way of him so we can go by. He's on a lap, don't want to get in his way. Marley, the mullet pappy, gets up to P2. I don't know what lap he's on, but I have been beaten there. Got enough time to get back to the pits and do one more, which is fine. But happy with the lap. Don't really think there's much more I can do apart from track evolution just to give the tyre a bit more grip. Should be out the way of everybody else here though. Thank you. So there are some streams on my channel that I've actually commentated a whole race from outside, obviously from the third party, where everyone else has been racing. It was, I think, maybe July last year, I think, or something when I did it.
This lap then, come into the pits at the end of this lap.
No, thank you for the support. Come into the pits now, just to get a fresh set of boots on and wait for the timer to sit down a bit more. Practice a pit entry again. Yep, good. So I need to check what Marley's lap time was, just see if I can confirm to it. Yeah, I mean, I'll probably be a bit quieter on the last lap I do, but just because I was a bit more confident with the car and I had some more time to gain, I could sort of talk a bit more, but I'll probably be a bit more quiet on the last lap, just to sort of keep on my focus. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I'll just try my best to answer them. But I said so. I'll quickly check the session to see who's what and where I need to improve the most. Get the last set of soft tyres ready, take all the fuel out the car, get down to the minimum fuel load. Let's have a look. So I'm purple first, fastest first sector, but looks like the middle and the final I'm losing like a lot of time to the guys around me. Sort of a tenth and a half in the middle compared to Marley in front of me, and then another tenth and a bit in the final. So yeah, if I can get those sort of, sort of shave a couple of tenths off, and I'll be on pole. So much better lap here. Sort of people I'm looking out for really in this race. Flying away, he's always really quick. Marley's the championship leader, I think, on P2 at the moment in the championship. Closely followed by Line 8 at the moment. He will improve from P9, I'm sure. Rostocker, I've also been really good. My teammate has some very good moments as well. Seeing who else is where. Arkid, not having a good day so far. Obviously, we've got Rage serving a quali ban. I don't know who's got quicker there. It's Brasco up to P7.
187.0 miles per hour.
So last set of soft tyres here. So you see these are already kind of worn out. There's not much in the Delta, but I want to make sure they're as fresh as possible for each lap. But yeah, I think I'll leave everything else as it is. So I might try and have the bias a bit more to the rear into turn 1 to get the rotation I need. But we'll see. I'm shaking a bit already. This is always quite a hard thing to do. Wish I could say more, but I've got some work to do, so I've got to go. I'm assuming that says got to go, so no, thank you, Squeeze, for watching, but no problem. Thank you for your stream earlier. Logan, yes, I said it's sort of relatively easy to understand, because there's not as many rules and regulations in it, but no, thank you for stopping by, Squeeze, and obviously Logan as well. Thank you so much. Right, so 2 minutes 30 left on the clock now, so I might as well go out. I've got to make sure I cross the line before the timer runs out, otherwise my lap won't be valid at the point I start it. So I'm going to make sure I do that. Right, so the point of this one, thank you, Squeeze. So the point of this one here is just that the last lap is I need the car to be its absolute best. I'm going to achieve that by, I call it brake boosting, basically where I'm just holding down the brake pedal to use a bit more fuel really on the car while it's on its out lap, and also generate some heat in the tyres by brake temperature rather than just, scrubbing the tyres on the road really. So it's not the end of the world if I don't improve here. So I'm still really happy with where I'm actually positioned. I might fall down to 5th, I think. I don't really know. Yeah, it's just a bit. It's sort of fun. It's not really like I don't really do all this. I do the streaming for fun, and also because I can watch it back and improve, and also if there's any incidents as well. Right, I'm gonna shut up a minute here and do this last lap.
Seconds left in the session.
Nice first. Fuck, lost the rear there, tyres a little bit too hot. It's not good enough, I was on for pole there. Tyres gave way. Let's have a look. So Flying Away, I think, has given up. Is Marley on a lap? Yes, he is. Line 8 is finished, so best position right now. I think it should be P3 still. Flying Away is going to be in the way, I think, here. I think he might be. Mile Away going to get pole. No, he's not. No way. Flying Away does not get pole. That's close. I should have been pole there. Just butchered the final sector. So I'll check that out. But I was on for pole, and I was a 10th up going into the final. A little bit upsetting, but it is what it is. I'm not too upset with that. It's hard work, Logan, actually doing this. It gets a bit exhausted, actually, because I mean I'm using a wheel and I've got it quite heavy as well, so it can be a little bit difficult, actually. Oh no, it doesn't matter. So the position is fine. It just means that I'm starting third for the sprint race. So anybody who sets a lap, there's only 20 of us anyway, so it'll just take the 20 people and sort them. But obviously, if I look at my race director here and view my laps, you can see actually I was 2/10 slower than my lap before. So if I'd even replicated my previous lap, I'd have been on pole by, well, half a tenth. If I'd replicated my previous final sectors, it was my own mistake really. But the problem is, the more sort of pace you put into the first two sectors, the tyres wear out more. And obviously, I just lost the rear. The tyres weren't working. You could always, I could feel it in the steering wheel. So I'm still happy though. The good thing is I've got the pace. I know I've got the pace here. The problem is it's taken me 3 tyres to get to where I need to be, and it means I've got one less set of softs compared to everybody else for the race. But they're only sort of 4% old. I can use them if I need to. But the pace is there. And the good thing is, it looks like I might be able to use the softs for the race. Let me turn the pressures down. Don't want the tyre pressures up because with more tyre pressure increases more heat, and this is a hard track tyre temps wise. Chance of rain at the end of the session as well, so maybe I do want to be on the softs for this session. Let's have a think here. Bring the fuel down a little bit for the race, but I think if I use a set of softs here, it means I've got another set of mediums for the race, which I think is actually the way forward. I think I might want to do that. I think it's worth the risk, especially if I'm faster, I can stay with people. We'll see how I get on. I think it's this little race here sets the grid for the big race coming up. So this is a manual start procedure as well. So I go when the lights go out. Check the inside to make sure I don't get run out of road. Marley takes the lead here. Yellow flag's behind. Jordan Lance has binned it. Safety car been deployed. So in this scenario now, what we've got is the safety car. So there's been a big incident on track, and we have to stick to a delta, no overtaking. So that timer in the top right indicates basically I can't go red on that, and then we have to wait for to catch up to the safety car, which is the little yellow dot on the map, top of the map. Which will then get us back into a formation and then continue with the race once the track is classed as clear, which is a couple laps really.
Stable at the moment, no rain currently expected.
So it's told me, at least at the moment, that there's no rain due to be in the session, but I'll get a call at some point telling me the rain will appear in sort of probably 10 minutes or so. Not a bad start. I mean, it said it wasn't a good start, wasn't a bad start, bit of understeer into one, but I had the corner. Marley doing what I did in Mexico, trying to ghost people into the pit lane there. So I don't really want to wear these tyres out, but someone like Rostocker here behind me on the mediums, so he'll be waiting for our tyres. So the soft, the mediums and the hards, they all work a bit differently. So the softest tyre, which is what everyone is on the red wall, like you see on my car, these are the fastest tyres that you can run for this session. So they're really grippy, but have a smaller lifespan. Mediums are quite a good race tyre. They offer a decent amount of grip and wear out slower. And the hards, again, are even more sort of slippy, but have a much longer lifespan. What did you say here? Didn't realise it was so complex. Yeah, we've got a lot of things sort of turned on because we try and keep it as real as possible, really, for this. Because obviously that's what we're all here for, is realism. You know, we want it to be real. So damage is on. So yeah, as you saw, basically if I get in contact with somebody else, I will lose my front wing, and this is what this indicator shows here. So everything green there shows damage. So obviously as the percentages on the sides increase, the more tyre wear I have. Obviously that's done by driving around, overheating them, for example. And then the front wing, the rear wing, the side pods, the underfloor, and the chassis and stuff will get damaged as well, which lower the pace of the car. The front wing can be repaired in a pit stop, the rest of it can't, so I do have to keep my nose clean and the rest of the car clean of damage, and there is an element of general respect between all drivers to try and match that.
Okay, radar is clear, weather is looking good for now. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
I'd suggest something like Gran Turismo is a really good game. It's not F1, but it's a lot more like normal cars. The system is pretty much the same. The thing is with this is obviously other people in this tier are essentially like the top 1-2% of players in the world. You know, sort of people from that batch. You know, to these people, you know, some of the fastest people on this game, really. People in this lobby. Do I know the people to take to this race? So obviously I know a lot of the people from previous races I've done with them in the league. There's a couple of people I know personally. So one of the guys, Trouser, who's in one of the Ferraris, he's a colleague of mine from work, and this is actually his league that I joined. So I know him in person, and I've met a couple of people from this, you know, in person from league racing as well. And there's a lot of people, some of my best friends actually I've met through racing on Gran Turismo, one of the other sort of racing games. We league raced on that, and I've met a lot of friends through there. Because it's good people like this that you sort of earn respect from and stuff, generate a good community. You know, we try and keep it clean, have a good community, and we have a laugh, and you know, you get to know these people, and it's always good fun. Try to be. I mean, it's passionate. I mean, like there was I think a race on Tuesday I did where I got taken out sort of on accident, really, and it was obviously really annoying to be taken out of a race and you're no longer able to complete it. But it's racing. It's fun, but I do it a lot and I like it and I'm good at it. But yeah, sort of where we are, really. It's getting a bit warm in my room. Open the window. I'll try and keep the tyres in a decent window. They're sort of alright for the time being. Check the weather report.
No threat of rain for the
Still
time
no
being.
threat of rain for the time
Good.
being. So
Dries definitely seem like the fastest
safety
tyre
car
in the
should
race.
come in, I think, now.
Safety car
Yep.
in this
So
lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
So what this means is now Marley, who's the leader, gets to set the pace while the safety car goes into the pit lane. So when the safety car's in, he'll then choose a place on the track to go before the start-finish line, and then from there we can race as normal. But obviously it's his job now to set the pace. But it's really frantic. He's gone, you see, look. Flying away as kids. I've been caught a bit napping there. Marley's already gone. I've got to stay in the slipstream with the cars in front though to try and maximise my straight line speed and not get caught lacking from the cars behind. Get it stopped nicely there. Looks like Skizzo and Rostock have a little fight behind based on the proximity arrows. Get away with it nicely. So if I can just finish third here again in the sprint and just sort of start again for the race, that's good for me.
Some of this energy.
But Skizzo is going to be quick. He's a very quick driver when it comes to race pace, so no doubt he'll be quick today. But Marley and Flying Away are very quick around this track. So that little percentage you see down there that I'm pressing every so often is overtakes. So that's basically like an extra boost of power from the battery of the car to increase my straight line speed and give me a bit more power. And I need to try and stay as close as I can to the cars in front to get DRS. I've won championships in doing this on previous games as well, and I think on this maybe last game I think I won. But you meet friends from it and you race really hard, and it's always good fun racing. So Skizzo here might have a look. Seems a little bit too far away actually to go for a dive here, so I'll just keep the race in line. What I'm sort of waiting for here is Marley and Flying Away to have a bit of a scrap. I play quite passively. I don't really go for stupid overtakes. I don't race people if it's not necessary. I want to maximise my time and try and catch up to the pack. So you see how these two guys are racing. They're going to slow each other down at some point, which will bring me back into the mix, which is sort of what I want to do. Still in a good temperature window. He's hesitating there, got to wait for the rears to catch up to what the front's doing. You can see Flying Away here, probably look for a move on Marley into one. Want to overtake on exit just to try and keep Skizzo at bay. I've been doing racing games for, well, seriously like this for about 10 years. But I've been playing them since I was like a child. I haven't really played a game like this without a steering wheel. Marley looks like he defended that nicely there, and it sort of brings me again back into the DRS and the slipstream for the next lap. If I can just keep my nose clean. Marley goes wide there actually. He's had to come back on the track, nearly bins it. I'm going to manages to avoid him there. Cat-like reactions. I've got to stay in DRS or Flying Away as best as I can here because I need to try and keep with him. Going to push a bit harder in this sector here, just see if I can take more liberties with track limits and push the tyres. There's a bit of a lock-up though coming from the front. The fronts are already begging for mercy. He's gone. Flying Away has seen the chance and he's gone. He's off. That's it. Bloody hell. I feel like I might get gumped here by Marley and Skizzo behind. DRS activated, so they're going to get a big like letterbox extra straight line speed here, which makes my job defending just a slightly bit harder. Yes, I play with the physical steering wheel and pedals as well. Like an actual car, yeah. Flying Away so quick. It's just gone. Lovely speed from him here. Took a bit too much curb there. If I can sort of maintain this position. Bloody hell. So Marley's going to have a look here. Going to push a bit on exit here, try and get a bit more of a gap before he opens the DRS. He's still behind. So he's going to have to really be alongside me in order to get a move into turn one. But he's a quick driver, Marley is. I said flying away, he's got a lot of pace. I don't know where he's got it from. Having to defend hard here though. Just keep my lines, try and charge a battery and protect myself from Marley. But a little bit of a DRS train's forming. Yes, I do. So it says plus 1.4 laps. That means I've got over an extra lap of fuel on board, but you can obviously reduce the amount you run on board.
5 laps of fuel left.
On full distance races, which are like, you know, an hour and a half, 300 kilometres or something, then yes, you do, but not with stuff like this. The option's there. Right, so I think Marley's a lot closer this time. Yeah, he's a lot closer than last time, but again, another decent exit, but I think he might have a bit of a look into turn 1 here. No, he's not. He's had to stay behind again. So I'm doing what's necessary out of final. I need to try and keep saving battery a little bit. That's my first warning for track limits. Just put all 4 wheels over the white line. 3 of those and it's 3-second penalty. So need to make sure I don't do 2 more of them. Yeah, I know what you mean. I understand. I always like racing other people and trying to push the limits of my capabilities on racing games. Try and be as fast as I can be. Again, keeps it over half a second going in the back straight, so I think I should be able to protect myself from Marley here. That gap's going to reduce once more. But again, it's just too late for him. If I can keep it about half a second, then I should be alright. Flying away's pace has run out slightly here. I don't think he'll be gapping me as hard. So 15 minutes to rain, but the session will be ended by then anyway, so I'm not bothered. I won't come no more concerned about how it'll be for the race. Car's starting to slide a bit now under load. I can feel it in the wheel. The fronts are just scrubbing slightly too hard.
Enough fuel for 3 more laps.
Yeah, top 1% in the world, so I'm sort of like top 2,000 of players in the world, yeah, on this game, if around that level. Marley's gone for it, had to leave in the space. Got to defend here. Yield the line. He has to yield, go a bit deep just to protect the nose. Nice bit of defending there. Marley got a lot of respect for his racing style. And again, just a bit of overtake to protect there from him. But Marley's very quick. Any chance he'll have, he'll throw one at me inside of me here, so I need to be careful. And you can tell my tyres are getting a bit worn now. You can probably see my rear end dancing. I've got enough overtake to burn here down the back straight, so the pit straight, just to keep him behind. That's enough. That should be enough again. I'll use a bit more overtake this time in case he's got some line around. He does have. It's going to be too late for him. He's not going to be able to go from there. Just look one up the inside there. He's just trying to get me to move offline. He's gone wide. It's all very nip and tuck here with Marley. Flying away should take this one. At least the sprint race. If I can just keep Marley at bay for the other half of the lap, I'll start second. He's gone off track there. Marley's trying too hard.
The gap's currently about 6 seconds to the next car. Let's see if we can reduce it when we can.
Fair play to flying away there in this little sprint race. He's been absolutely flying. Lovely race for the German driver. I'll take P2 in the sprint. Good work. Right, it's one down, one to go, and the race will be 3 times as long. Credit to Marley there for that little battle. He tried everything he could there. It was a good little scrap from him. Absolutely. Oh, get a little bit of time to cool down now, but oh. Yeah, position, yeah, P2. So this will, I'll get some points for that, and then I'll start second for the big race coming up just now. Get my race director up though, but looks like flying away there takes the win in the first race. Said my consistency. You can see where the tyres drop off here, go from an 18.3 to a 19.1, and they just slowly degrade a bit more and more and more throughout there. So there's. Looks like the soft tyres have only really sort of got 7 or 8 laps in them of pure pace, and then they drop off a bit compared to maybe the likes of Rostocker, who again, look, he was held behind, but pace was very good. JM, don't know where he actually started on the grid. Let's have a look. 14th for JM on the grid. Could have been his home in P6 for the sprint. Good lap. Good racing from him. Said message Marley. Credit for that one. Marley's responded back. He's responded back there. Here we are now for the race. Then this is the full one. So there'll be a pit stop in this one. Mandatory pit stop. Change of tyres to a different compound. Obviously got to work it round, staying again, keeping my nose clean. But it's going to be another probably 36 odd laps of that, which is always very difficult. So it's telling us medium soft is the way. Medium hard is the way forward here. I'm half considering running the hards early. Just to sort of see, I think, what they can do. I need to know how far the hards can go. Hards can do 26 laps, which is fine. It's the same track, just a much longer race now. 35 laps of this one instead of the original, the 12 one. Again, the softs aren't going to make it, so the softs are not the compound to choose here. So it definitely is going to be a. How far do the mediums go? 25 laps. So, again, I feel like it'd be good to see what everyone else is on if I can. Take some fuel off the car. Actually, I'm going to start on the hards here, I think. A lot of soft runners for the race. I'm going to start on the hards here. But I'm going to get swallowed up here, I think, compared to the guys around me. So I'm on really bad tyres. Completely swallowed up, you see, off the line as I half expected. I was braking a little bit earlier there to keep my nose clean. And there's a bit of contact already. Give Lineator a little wave, but it's JM. So this race is all about the long haul, staying for as far long as I can on this tyre, really. Staying with the faster drivers in a DRS train, but I don't need to fight too hard. I'm better off letting people on the faster tyres go. People here with a lot of pace on this race compared to me, at least in the first half. And that's what I need to bear in mind. So my pace will come later on. So this Williams behind me here on the red soft tyres, he's got about a second and a half a lapse advantage over me on pace. So at this moment, the longer he stays behind me, the better. But I won't fight him if he goes for me. It's going to waste my time, and I need to stick with the group. Best chance I've got is just keeping my nose clean, staying with other drivers. JM will look for a move on me wherever possible. His tyres are much more susceptible to understeer and oversteer than the other sets. They're just a lot harder compound. They haven't got the pace.
Okay, DRS is now available.
So I think JM might go for it here. No, he won't. Not from that far back. He's got no chance. Falling out of DRS now, Skizzo in front. Need to see if I can push, because Lineator as well, actually also on the hards. I need to work with him, try and catch up with that Red Bull in front. So Skizzo will probably have a look at Lineator into turn one here, I think. And Skizzo on a softer compound than Lineator. You can see my Lineator's pace is about the same, but Skizzo is just quicker, having that extra grip to follow. Which means I'm vulnerable here to Skizzo as well. There's no point in pushing too hard. JM, I think, will go. Going to give him the line here. Just let him go. Not going to race him too hard. Don't want to be racing a guy who's on much better tyres than me.
Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we could still regain the position.
Just let him go. See what he can do. My teammate's behind. Same thing. I will not race my teammate. I don't think he'll race me, so if he catches up, I'll just yield. There's no point. Got 35 laps of this. There's only about probably another 5-6 laps before my tyres probably begin a little bit quicker than Jay's. Well, not fighting Jay, he's starting to catch up to Lineator in front. And I've got DRS on him as well on Jay. He's used a lot of overtake to do it actually as well. That flashing light indicates he's got less than 10% overtake remaining. which is good news for me, who's sitting on 80. Marley back up to P8 after his little spin initially. He'll be racing hard. Let's see what Jay can do on these tyres still. You see now, look. He's got no battery remaining, and all of a sudden, pace has switched back. So I don't think he'll fight this too hard, but I've got to make it obvious I'm going for him here. He can't defend this. Get as close as I can on the back straight here. Just get him on the pits and then maybe into turn 3, turn 2. Square the corner off nicely here.
Okay, you're in the dirty air of the car in front, let's get past him.
Clean as you like, straight through. So, see if we can catch up again, take the clean air advantage. That's going to be a warning for track limits. Yep, there's my first again for this session. It's just telling me I'm pushing a little bit too hard into that corner. These tyres can't handle what I was asking of the softs previously. But got to do my teammate a favour here and try and get Jay as vulnerable as possible for him.
2.6 seconds.
But good news is, apart from flying away, the leading group, well, the P2 group have caught up to each other. That's it, got the gap to just under a second there, so Jay will have no chance to get me here. And as those three race in front, the time to them should drop ever so slightly with each lap. There's the bottleneck. Yellow flag's behind, it's a Ferrari on the track, seems to have binned it. Much better lap, much better corner there. All of a sudden, that 3.5 second gap's gone down to 2.5. It's what we need. Bottleneck, there's Rostocker right now, he's struggling. Looks like there's been contact behind. Jay's retired from the session.
We've got a full course caution, the safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta, we need to keep it positive.
I'm going to box here, take the chance to box.
Slow down, maintain positive delta.
Take the chance to pit here and put some new fresh tyres on. No one else has been able to do that in front of me.
Okay,
that's gone quite well.
Perfect job from you and the crew there, mate. We're delighted with that.
The problem is the hard runner. Everyone's on hards can go at the end from here. I know I can't.
All right, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy.
So I've got to pit again. I've got to pit again. But on to what? I've got used softs, so that was my quali set. But you might be able to do some laps. But these tyres will not do. They'll probably do about 25, I think, if I'm lucky. But I'm going to need to be gentle to them. But need to be gentle to these tyres here. This is going to be a hard old slog. I don't know how much he's going to wear out each lap, but if it's any more than... Problem is, any more than like it's only more, if it's 3%, it's not going to work. Sorry, no, not 3%. Oh, they are, how many laps are they doing? They're doing 25 laps, yeah, so they need to be 3%. If it's 3% a lap, we're in trouble. Because once I get to sort of 70% range, I'm at risk of a puncture, so I need to be gentle on these tyres, or I need to pit again. I haven't got another set of mediums available here, so...
Behind has a drive-through penalty, so don't battle them if they're trying to get past.
No, so if I run it, no. So the thing is, I won't run out of like usable tyres. It's a case of all the tyres will do sort of, a fresh set of boots will do, mediums will do like, 22, 23 laps, and a set of hards will do about, 28. It's a case of working out when to pit. It wasn't ideal for me at all because I was on hard tyres, which would go a really long way. So there's the people on the mediums, like Marley behind me in P6, he started on the medium tyres, so he knows he can get to the end on the tyres he's on now. Those fresh set of hard tyres will do the distance. My problem is I don't think mine will. These mediums will wear more than the hards. The question is by how much. So I need to I've got to be careful about this, because if I can get these tyres to the end in terms of average wear, that's what I'll do. And doing that will be, stuff like driving gently, clean air, not trying to go quick as possible. Being kind to the tyres is what will get me there. It's going to be problems like, tyre wear is the biggest thing here to be careful of. I mean, the thing is, I can pit again at the end of the session onto softs, and be really quick. But I'm still going to lose a whole pit stop, which is like 20 seconds of race time. The reason why I took the pit stop now, there was a safety car, and the safety car pit time is a lot less because the cars aren't running at maximum speed. And everyone else in front of me got quite unlucky because they all came out after they couldn't pit. When the safety car was called out, they couldn't do it. But I had to pit. So Schizo here, I'm going to neutral drop, get some fuel out. But Schizo needs to be careful. If I can I should be the fastest man out of this leading group at least. I think Cobetten will be the hardest one to navigate past in terms of soft pace. But I feel like Lineator and Schizo will put up the biggest fight. I don't want to get tangled up though. Fresh mediums here will do me a favour. Marley's going to be really quick as well. He knows he can get to the end. He hasn't got to worry about not pushing. That's Betten dispatched up the inside. That extra grip here coming in handy already. Betten should not fight Marley though, as they are teammates when he catches up, but the amount of pace I've got already over the cars in front of me is plenty. Be careful not to push the tyres through here. I'm not going to gain anything sat behind Lineator and pushing him around the circuit. I'm better off squaring him up into turn one, find the brake marker board and just come back online. The extra amount of mechanical grip I've got compared to the Williams on those old hards. Can square him up nicely here. He's not going to want to put up that much of a fight on me. Switched him back in the braking zone there. He's not going to want to fight this. Just brake later. That's a lovely move. No contact as well. It's a nice move there. Let's see if I can get onto the back of Schizo really quickly and repeat the same thing on him. Just nip and tuck with these tyres. any virtual safety cars, safety car or anything will help me out, because it will increase the lifespan of the tyres as they go slower and the laps count down. Skizzo here, again on his worn old mediums, not going to have the pace of these fresh ones.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
It's brake later than he can, he knows this. That's the lead, there you go. Right, I've got to get as far away from Marley as possible. If I can get that gap to a second over Skizzo in the meantime, that's good as well. And then I need to go into like tyre conservation mode. Lovely. Thank you so much. And yeah, hopefully Squeeze will enjoy the pixel art as well. That's going to be nice, isn't it? The gap's 1.2 now to Skizzo behind. I've got him out of DRS, which is what I wanted. Marley, though, is in it of Skizzo, so he will be by very quickly. Right. I've got some maths to do here. So let's just say 10% all the tyres are. When I come back next lap, I need to see what they are.
4.6 seconds.
If I just don't drive the car as hard though, and just use my battery and correctly keep Marley at bay, I might be able to get these to the end. Tyre temps are good though, the car is feeling fine right now. As long as I can get these tyres to the end, that's what matters. Skizzo here is doing me a favour being really slow. And he's just backing up Marley. But I've got absolutely no need to push that hard right now. There's a yellow. Virtual safety car deployed, so this is a difference to a full safety car. I'll keep this delta positive. This is good. Skizzo is taking the chance to pit, which frees Marley. Decent time for Skizzo there. It's freed him up nicely to get into some fresh set of tyres, but it's freed Marley up, which is not what I wanted. I might be alright to the end. I don't know. A virtual safety car is just got to follow that delta at the top, but there's no actual car on track. Basically, the regular safety car is actually on track and it bunches everybody up, but this essentially just locks everyone to the same pace as opposed to bunching everybody up. So this just makes, you know, it neutralises the race as opposed to bringing everybody together.
Okay, VSC ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags. Green flag.
Here we go. Marley's going to be fast here again. He's really quick round here as it is. So let's do the maths then. It's 14% over the line. I need to keep that less than 3, or 3 or less, really, if I can. But anything over 40% in the tyres just struggle, but anything over 17 I'm at risk of a puncture. Can use overtake to keep the lap times up and keep my power up, but need to avoid locking up, need to avoid spinning up the rears. That's a bit wide there, but I lifted off and the game let me get away with it. It's a really weird situation to be in this, because I've basically got to match Marley. I can go faster than Marley. I've got more time in this lap if I need it. I just don't want to be pushing the tyres for no reason here to risk. But I think it's not possible.
Okay, safety car.
That's a full course safety car, which is going to knacker me. Marley's had to stay out as well. So people might take the chance to pit here, but it's done me a favour. It should mean I'm safe to the end. People might pit onto another set of mediums. If they've got them, I have not got a spare set available. People are staying out. So this is good for me because it means the amount of laps available for me to wear out is reducing. So they are wearing at 3% a lap. They're wearing out at 3% a lap, so the next couple of laps will be 1 or 2, which is good. The biggest thing now is there's another 20 laps left, so 60% from here is going to be 78%, which is really high. The longer I leave, the longer this safety car stays out, the better for me.
Okay, mate, we might need to look at a new race strategy after that. I've got some options for you, so go and check your MFD.
Safety car's offering me to stop to do 2 soft stops here,
Okay,
but
copy that.
I'm going to stay out, at least for a bit longer, but that's 2 safety cars used up on, I think, 1 VSC. We might not get another. But the longer this safety car is, if the safety car stays out another good lap, that's basically 6% I've gained off it. Which is good. If I don't wear the tyres out, which they will be ever so slowly. So I might only lose 2% as opposed to 6. But yeah, the longer this stays out, the better. Don't want to warm the tyres up, they're fine as they are. Give Marley a little wave. There he is. Good friend of mine on this league, Marley is here. So a lot of respect between us. So always give each other a wave when we can. Mind games from Marley already here. So I think safety car will come in at the end of this lap. But all that time I had on Marley's lost. That's the problem here. It's a balance. And I think it's going to start to get to the point where I'm no longer going to be the fastest man on track. Marley will follow me. But so the safety car will probably tell me it's coming in, and then I will be in charge of the pace. See what it does. The safety car does come in.
Coming in this lap.
This is on me now.
In sector 3. Make sure to respect the delta until the safety car's into the pit lane.
So I can now jurisdict the pace here, keep it steady to avoid accidents behind, but I need to try and gap Marley as fast as possible.
Okay, clear.
Fair play to Marley. It's a lovely move. I've got to keep with him now. But I'm going to start suffering from here on out. Those hards are only going to get quicker compared to my mediums. That's another retirement.
Resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed.
I guess that's the last safety car of the session then now. Someone else has retired. So, race again is neutralised. So this is now 15 laps to go. Supply it's 45%, so all of a sudden now I'm looking at only 65% wear compared to the 75 I might have been on, which is good. I can dawdle here, I can have my own sort of delta to work with. Marley can push as hard as he wants, I don't need to push. While I'm subjected to the delta, no one's going to gain anything from this, so that's the last safety car I think of the race. Probably, you know, there is a limit. But I think again it should stop me from worrying about tyre wear. It's another 6% plus here, because it'll be well, I think it'll only be 2 laps again. Actually, I don't know. I don't want to brake boost and use up tyre wear to aid fuel. That will be slowing me down. So I need to think about it a little bit.
Right, let's pick up the pace a touch, please. We need to close to within 10 car lengths of the car ahead.
So it resets once more. Hopefully safety car will stay out another lap, which is going to be good news for me. I don't know if it will, but hopefully if it does, it's good news. It's good news. But I don't know. Neutral boost in here just to take some fuel out of the car. Come on, go past the safety car line, go past the safety car line. And if that means it'll come in anyway, I hope not. Fuck's sake, it does.
Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature. And remember, there's no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
I just love F1 really, and I just got into racing games because I like racing, and I realised I was quite good at it. And hopefully a demonstration so far today is giving you an inclination of that. So Marley gets to choose when to go, and he's gone now. It's caught me completely off guard. And himself, clearly, based on the amount of traction loss he was getting there.
Great work for catching the car ahead by around 5/10 a lap. Green flag.
I can begin, I think, to slowly push a little harder. I've got to keep Marley under pressure for as long as possible here.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on.
Not those hards, take a little bit longer to switch on than the mediums. But he's just quick. Very evenly paced, me and Marley, but he's always been a bit better over the race distance. Just again, just a bit more consistent. Right place, right time as well, but there's no doubt he's quick. Rain in 10 minutes apparently, which is another thing that could be playing a factor in this race today. So if the rain comes, that makes my life even easier, at least for a bit, but it does mean a lot of us will be on wets, well, intermediates. But if that rain does come, that's it'd be good news. His tyres are warmed up now and he's just gone. I'm staying on the racing line, I'm not going to race you down there, Marley. No chance. Racing behind for P5. Looks like my teammate Danny's. Why is rain good news? Well, it just means I haven't got to worry about tyre wear, and we all have wet tyres to put on, but it adds a bit more spice to the race as well. It means that more people are more, and myself included, are more susceptible to mistakes. But it's a strategy game. When does the rain come out? And if it does before the end of the race, when do you pit, if at all? Marley, though, is having to push really hard, and I can tell he is. I'll check the weather again on the straight.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Looks like teammates binned it,
like the best tyre for now.
or have been binned.
Green flag, we're racing again.
So I'm going to a little bit of a toe from him down this back straight, just a little bit to keep me nearby, but I won't get DRS until next lap.
Is 4.9 seconds.
Looks like my teammate might have picked up damage, I don't know if he's going to retire in a minute or carry on.
Okay,
it's a pit lane retirement for our kid in the Red Bull.
10 to 15 minutes from now. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
That's not good. I thought I would have yielded that one. Can't get another one of those. So on a separate game to this one, I beat Lewis Hamilton himself. I don't know if you know who he is, but 7-time F1 world champion in real life, and I beat him on a game. Oh, bit of. Marley went for the switch back there. I didn't let him have it. I can set the pace a bit myself in terms of through this sector. Just reduce the amount of pushing.
Radar suggests some weather's going to hit in around 5 minutes time, so stay on your toes.
So 5 minutes till
Dry
rain.
seems like the
I'm
best
going to get the
tyre for
intermediates
now.
ready. Now if Line 8 is racing Marley, I can push and try and get away. But I know Marley has not got, if I get the gap to half a second, he's not getting me. Unless he wants to. Which he might want to. Nice. Keep an eye on the radar for rain now.
Inbound, and we're expecting it in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes until the rain.
Tyre's starting to wear out now.
The fastest tyre at the moment.
Brake bias is starting to kick back onto turn 1. Marley's struggling now. I need to go then. I think if he's struggling that much, I need to get that gap on him. Without pushing the car too hard.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. 5 minutes until rainfall expected, 5 minutes until rain. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now.
Lost the rear. I made a little mistake of myself there. I should have moved it forward. At least I know.
The rain's a few lap outs yet, but it is coming, so be careful. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Rear's car's starting to struggle now.
Okay, we don't think we're far away from rain now. I'll keep you updated as conditions change.
But I can see a bit clearer, which is good. At least through this sector, so I can push a little harder.
Radar suggests some weather's going to hit in around 5 minutes time, so stay on your toes. Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now.
Marley's starting to suffer from the same problems I've got. Good news. just trying to fill up his mirrors in some of the corners. There's no doubt he knows I'm there, but wrists are starting to ache now a bit.
We're expecting the rain to hit us any time now. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Having to concentrate really hard here now. Rain started, there it is. We're on the clock now. Who goes first? So the biggest things to work out is when it says DRS disabled. That's the big thing to note when it's too wet for it. But it's who blinks first. Do you go a lap early, a lap late? Or is it all at the same time and just hope to God you've got a car fast enough in the rain? Got the liberty on being on slightly softer tyres than Marley, so they'll work a little bit longer, but not by much.
The car behind is dropping back by about 0.3 of that. Well done. And we're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment. Light rain will stay with us for at least 20 minutes, maybe
Oof.
more. Light rain is here to stay. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
When does it become too wet?
Light rain is going to be with us for a while now. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Right.
And that's just 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Because it's not wet enough yet, and I'm asking it, I keep on asking the team radio, but it's not wet enough yet. It's just on the teeter. So there's no, it's raining, but there's no like standing water. So you will see when the track gets wet, because the car in front will start to kick up water at me like it does in real life. So I'm still waiting for that, you know, and the thing is, it's not particularly bad yet, it's just like a bit greasy. But as soon as that changes, that's when I need to pit.
Okay, clear. So this rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Okay, dry seem like
So I think now it's too late to box for wets. You're not going to gain the lap time. Put me line 8 and missing his braking zone. Oh. There's no grip off line. Right, okay. Line 8 went for it. Fair play. Let's see how he holds up on Marley though. Be good to see. Because I'm at the maximum pace I can do now, I think. Tyres have completely had enough. It's now wet enough, but it's too late. It's now wet enough to box. The standing water on the ground, you can see the rain spots on the tarmac. But it's who's got the biggest balls commitment right now in order to try and push hard.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps.
I should be safe for P4 here and maybe P3 if I can catch up fast enough to flying away in front. Just need to keep that gap at less than 3 seconds. But these tyres have had enough now. I would not have made it without those safety cars, that's for sure. First mistake of the day. It's going to be P4 in the end. Marley far away keeps his penalty in front. Oh, that was exhausting. But I'll take that. Oh, bloody hell. That was hard work. Oh, man. Oh, that was exhausting. Oh dear. Get my race director up anyway. But that was a hard race. My consistency on the mediums though, once it got good. You can see where the rain fell. I said 27.028, it was on the inters at the end. When did they pit? Yeah, so you see, look, it wasn't even fast enough. There was only just, really, the weather was, you know, starting to veer back towards wets, well, intermediates at the end of that. Right, I'm going to end the stream there. So, where did I end up in? I finished 4th, Logan. Finished 4th. I wasn't able to keep up with the cars in front. My tyres were just too old. Because, I mean, no, they're done well. They're far beyond what they needed to do in terms of laps. But yeah, I'll take it, considering where I was and considering who I was up against. It's a bit unfortunate, but the pace wasn't there. Yeah, we're going to end the stream, but no, thank you so much for staying by. I think I know Logan was in it, Squeeze was in it at some point as well. I'm assuming Emily, you're in it as well. But obviously I think I'm the 4th on my phone at the moment, but thank you all, and I will see you all on Tuesday, and I'm doing another race for a different tier, and then Sunday for this one.